Have you ever faced the morning with a groan, feeling the day's weight before the sun even rises? We've all been there, struggling to leave the comfort of our warm beds, our minds clouded with a reluctance that makes starting the day seem almost Herculean. Yet, consider this. You are not merely born to bask in comfort, like blankets in a cozy bed. Instead, you are here with a purpose, designed not just to exist, but to act, to accomplish, to contribute. Marcus Aurelius offered a compelling view on this. He suggested that every morning we should remind ourselves of our duties as human beings. He urged us to reflect. What am I really here for? Is my purpose merely to enjoy comfort? Or is it to engage, participate, and improve the world in my own unique way? Look around, and you'll see nature bustling with activity. The plants grow, the birds sing, and the bees pollinate. Each element of nature works tirelessly, driven by an instinctual purpose. Humans, too, are part of this natural system, endowed with the capacity to think, to create, and to solve problems. When you find it hard to leave your bed, remember that like every creature, you have a role in the orderly running of the world. This doesn't mean neglecting rest or leisure, but it calls for a balance, recognizing that fulfillment often comes from meeting life's challenges head-on and not shying away from our responsibilities. Think about what tasks you consider as part of your inherent role in life. How often do you approach these tasks with reluctance rather than resolve? Today, challenge yourself to adopt a mindset that welcomes these duties not as burdens, but as integral parts of your life's purpose. What is one small step you can take this morning to align more closely with your reason for being? Start with a moment of gratitude. Gratitude, by its very nature, shifts the perspective from what's missing to what's present. It's easy to fall into the trap of focusing on what we lack or what could go wrong, especially when we are bombarded by constant notifications and demands. However, taking a moment each morning to acknowledge what we have can profoundly change how we view our day and ultimately our lives. This isn't about denying difficulties or avoiding challenges, but about grounding yourself in the positives that exist alongside them. For what can you be thankful today? Maybe it's the comfort of your home, the presence of a loved one, or simply the opportunity to live another day. Whatever it is, let it fill your first thoughts, setting a tone of appreciation that combats cynicism and despair. The act of identifying something positive doesn't just adjust your mood. It also prepares your mind to handle the inevitable challenges with a balanced perspective. This is not merely about feeling good. It prepares your mindset to tackle the day's realities with resilience and a positive outlook. When you train yourself to recognize the good, you also enhance your capability to handle life's contrasts, joy and pain, gain and loss, without being overwhelmed by them. How often do you start your day by mentally listing your problems or inconveniences? What difference might it make if tomorrow you began by enumerating your blessings instead? Engage with this simple practice. Note the shifts in your attitude, your interactions, and even your stress levels. Remember, to complain is always non-acceptance of what is, but to appreciate is to live the present moment fully. Expect the unexpected. How often do your days unfold exactly as planned? Rarely, right? Just as we're advised to embrace each new day with vigor, part of that excitement comes from the unpredictable nature of life itself. Imagine waking up with the expectation that, despite your best plans, surprises await. This shouldn't be a cause for anxiety, but a reason to celebrate the dynamism of human existence. We are reminded that life's beauty lies in its spontaneity and variety. If every day were perfectly predictable, wouldn't life lose much of its zest? Just as nature thrives on change, seasons shifting, weather turning, so do we grow by adapting to new circumstances. Our morning should begin with a realization. I shall meet today ungrateful, violent, treacherous, envious, uncharitable men. This isn't a pessimistic view, but a realistic one. People are varied and complex, influenced by different beliefs and backgrounds, and every interaction is a chance to learn and adapt. But why should we expect such challenges with a positive attitude? Because each difficult interaction, every unforeseen event, teaches us something vital about resilience and flexibility. When you set out in the morning, prepared for the worst, but hoping for the best, you arm yourself not with fear, but with a profound appreciation for life. Think about a recent day when things didn't go as planned. How did you react? What could a Stoic mindset have helped you learn from that experience? By expecting the unexpected, you not only make peace with change, but also empower yourself to handle whatever life throws your way. This readiness isn't about bracing for battle, but about maintaining tranquility amid chaos. How will you adjust your sails today if the winds of fortune shift? If this video is resonating with you thus far, let us know in the comments. Give it a like to spread its message. And don't forget to hit subscribe for more insights. Differentiate what you can control and what you cannot. Imagine reaching for your phone only to find the battery dead. What's your immediate reaction? Frustration, perhaps a resigned sigh. Now consider this. Every day we face situations far beyond dead batteries, events and outcomes over which we have no power. Yet how we respond to these situations is entirely in our control. Epictetus teaches us a valuable lesson here. Some things are within our power, while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and in a word, whatever is of our own doing. Not within our power are our body, our property, reputation, office, and in a word, whatever is not of our own doing. This wisdom invites us to focus on our internal responses rather than external uncontrollables. The challenge, then, is not the circumstance itself, but our attitude towards it. Can you recall a recent event where you felt helpless? Maybe it was a delay caused by traffic, a sudden change in weather, or an unexpected decision from your workplace. Reflect on your immediate emotional response. Were you anxious, angry, perhaps disheartened? These reactions are natural, but they also signal where we mistakenly believe that our happiness depends on externalities. Here's a proactive step to take. Start your morning by separating what you can control and what you cannot. This exercise doesn't just clarify your day's goals, but reinforces your ability to focus on where you can enact real change, your actions and reactions. What if you decided to focus solely on your input and let go of the outcome? This shift doesn't imply a lack of care or effort, but an acknowledgement of reality's complex nature. You prepare, perform, and let go. The result: a more serene and effective approach to daily challenges. Now, think about a situation you're currently facing. What aspects of it can you control? How can you adjust your mindset to embrace whatever outcome occurs, knowing you've managed your part with integrity? By understanding and accepting the limits of your influence, you actually expand your capacity to navigate life effectively. Renew yourself daily. Every sunrise ushers in more than just a new day. It brings a new chance, a blank slate, a fresh start. How often do we take for granted that morning will come? It's easy to fall into the rhythm of daily routines, to expect that after every night, a morning will inevitably follow. Yet each dawn is a gift, a subtle reminder that life, in all its unpredictability, has given us another opportunity to breathe, to dream, and to act. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life, Seneca advised. This powerful idea encourages us not just to live, but to thrive, to reset our expectations and intentions with the rise of each sun. What if we treated every morning as the first morning of a new life? What would change about your approach to the day's challenges and opportunities? Resetting doesn't mean forgetting the lessons of the past, but rather stepping forward without the weight of old mistakes and missteps. It means forgiving ourselves for yesterday's errors and embracing today's possibilities with optimism. Every morning, ask yourself, what can I do right today? How can I do my best? This isn't about ignoring reality, but about affirming your ability to influence it positively, starting fresh in every moment. As you sip your morning coffee or tea, ponder these questions. What are the things I want to achieve today? What mindset will I adopt to ensure I'm at my best? How can I treat this day as a unique opportunity rather than just another day in life? Engage with the day as if it were your only chance to make an impact, because, in many ways, it is. Each day is a standalone chapter in the story of your life, deserving of your full attention and effort. Don't just drift into the evening, live deliberately, knowing that how you spend today can redefine your tomorrow. How will you use this incredible opportunity to renew yourself? Be careful what you feed the mind. The difference between a whole food and a fast food is clear. One enhances your health, while the other detracts from it. Similarly, the information we consume either nourishes our minds or clutters them with the mental equivalent of junk food. We live in an era of information overload. It's easy to fall into the trap of absorbing whatever comes our way, much like mindlessly eating whatever is in front of us. But just as our diet has direct implications for our physical health, the media we consume significantly impacts our mental and emotional well-being. Epictetus underscores the importance of vigilance over our perceptions, noting that what we allow into our minds shapes our entire being. Keep constant guard over your perceptions, he warns, for it is no small thing you are protecting, but your respect, trustworthiness, and steadiness, peace of mind, freedom from pain and fear, in a word, your freedom. This is not an admonishment to shun all media, but a call to selectivity, urging us to choose sources that truly enrich and strengthen us rather than those that sow discord and discomfort. Ask yourself, how do the articles, shows, or social media feeds you engage with make you feel? Are they like a well-balanced meal that leaves you satisfied and energized? Or do they feel more like a sugar rush, thrilling at the moment but ultimately draining? To cultivate a healthier information diet, start by identifying one source of fast food information in your life. What is it about this source that might be detrimental to your mental well-being? Consider cutting down on this source or replacing it with something more enriching for a week, and observe the changes in your mood and thought processes. Making deliberate choices about the information we consume is not just a good habit, it's essential for maintaining our mental clarity and emotional balance. What will you choose to feed your mind today? Value time like money. Time slips through our fingers like sand in an hourglass. Often we realize too late that it's gone. Consider this. If someone stole a few dollars from you, wouldn't you be upset or vigilant to prevent it from happening again? Yet when it comes to time, many of us let it drift away unguarded. We plan as if our days on earth are endless, overlooking the harsh reality that our moments are finite and precious. Seneca's stark reminder to us is that we are not as durable as we might think. Every second counts, and unlike money, once spent, it cannot be replenished. Think about how you used your time yesterday. Did you spend it in ways that brought you satisfaction, growth, and joy, or did it pass by unnoticed, filled with regret or things unimportant? It's easy to forget that each morning we are not just given another day, we are given another opportunity to make something meaningful out of our finite moments. How often do we catch ourselves saying, "I'll do it tomorrow," or "I have plenty of time for that"? This is a trap. Procrastination is the subtle thief of time. We defer important tasks, writing that novel, starting a fitness plan, or even spending quality time with loved ones, thinking there will always be a tomorrow. But the future isn't promised. Each day, each moment should be valued like a rare coin that could either be invested wisely or carelessly dropped down a drain. Now, reflect on your own life. What is one thing you've been putting off that you can start today? How can you rearrange your daily routines to prioritize activities that truly align with your deepest values and long-term goals? Seneca urges us not to squander time, as it is the one resource from which we can never borrow. It's not about filling every second with activity, but rather ensuring that the activities we choose are meaningful. As you plan your day tomorrow, ask yourself, am I treating my time with the care and consideration it deserves? Change is your constant companion. Have you ever noticed the swift flow of a river? It never stops, it never waits. Much like life itself, which continuously evolves around us, changing with each passing moment. The only constant in our lives is change, and yet we often find ourselves resisting it, hoping to maintain a status quo that feels safe and familiar. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom of seeing life as an ever-moving river helps us grasp the notion of impermanence. Keep in mind how fast things pass by and are gone, those that are now and those to come. Reminds us that everything around us, including our own experiences and those we share with others, is transient. This isn't a cause for sadness, but a powerful reminder to live fully and appreciate the now. Change is inevitable. People come into our lives and may leave just as quickly. Seasons turn, and what was important one day might become trivial the next. Understanding this can be liberating. It can free us from excessive attachment to material things, outcomes, or even relationships. By accepting change, we can better adapt to unexpected situations and find peace in the knowledge that nothing is permanent. Think about a recent change in your life, perhaps a job transition, a move, or a shift in a relationship. How did you react initially? What emotions did it stir within you? Now, consider how this change might be guiding you towards new experiences, growth, and opportunities. How might embracing change more openly affect your future reactions? This perspective doesn't just prepare us for life's inevitable shifts. It encourages us to be proactive participants in our own lives, to make the most of every moment because the next is uncertain and unguaranteed. Ego is the enemy. Have you ever held back from trying something new for fear of failing or looking foolish? It's a common scenario that traps many in a cycle of stagnation. Epictetus once said, "If you wish to make progress, be content to appear foolish and stupid with regard to external things." This isn't an encouragement to ignore learning or to forsake understanding. Rather, it's a call to humility and the courage to grow. Every expert was once a beginner, and every professional once a novice. The path to expertise is paved with mistakes, missteps, and yes, moments where we might look foolish to others. By confronting the fear of judgment head-on, we free ourselves. Imagine the freedom of asking questions without fearing how they might make you look, or trying a new skill without the burden of needing to master it on your first attempt. This is what Epictetus encourages, a life where our ego does not block the path to our improvement. This approach does not just apply to new skills or hobbies. It extends to every aspect of life where fear of embarrassment or failure might hold us back. Whether it's in asking for help at work, admitting a mistake to a loved one, or trying a new fitness class, the principle remains the same. So, what might you be holding back from because of your ego? Is there something you've wanted to try, learn, or ask, but haven't because you're worried about how it might look? Consider how liberating it would feel to put aside those worries and take the first step. Remember, progress is not about perfection. It's about the willingness to be imperfect. Engage with this thought today and see where it might lead you. As always, if you think more people need to hear these messages, let us know in the comments and give the video a like. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more insights. Till then, take care.